So last night we had probably the worst main event in the last few years in the UFC between Gilbert Burns and Mike Malott. So I decided to take a look at the UFC's upcoming schedule and look at the next 5 main events, and they've actually given us a couple bangers. So I'm going to go through the next 5 main events that we have in today's video, and I'm going to give you my prediction, my early prediction for all of them. Obviously, they could change some of these fights, like the Song versus Figueiredo one, that's in over a month, so my predictions could change. I mean, I doubt they will for that fight, to be honest. But either way, we'll get straight into it with next week's main event. Aljamain Sterling versus Youssef Zalal. And I'm going to go with Youssef Zalal here. I'm going to go with Zalal by decision. I think he is the younger guy. He's the more dangerous guy, in my opinion. He has all the finishing upside in this fight. Aljo, he's not necessarily on a decline, because obviously he's coming off a win and stuff. But you can see he's not the same fighter anymore, which makes sense. He's getting old. Well, he's getting older. He's lost a couple fights by knockout. He's been in a couple, not really wars to be honest, it's Aljo, but you can see he's not quite the same fighter. He's a bit slower. Obviously, he's moved up to featherweight now. I think Zalal's going to be the bigger guy, even though Aljo is still pretty big for the division, so is Zalal. Zalal's going to be faster. On the feet, he's more dangerous, and I think he can survive on the ground as well. If Aljo gets him down, I think Zalal, we know he's going to be active. Off his back, he's going to be throwing elbows, he's going to be throwing up submissions and stuff. And I feel like that's what's going to win him the fight. I don't think Aljo's going to be looking to do pretty much any damage in this fight. I think Aljo's literally just going to take him down, try to hold him down. And Zalal, while they're on their feet, is going to be landing big. Like, he's going to be landing kicks to the body, he's going to be landing knees, he's going to be landing elbows. He's going to be throwing all kinds of shit, while Aljo's kind of just standing there, you know, maybe throwing a 1-2 every now and then. Maybe a spinning elbow that misses. And then when they're on the ground, I don't think Aljo's going to be doing that much damage. I think he's just going to be trying to hold Zalal down. But I think Zalal's going to be able to win the moments in the fight. Land the big shots, have the shots that have the crowd of 25 people in the apex going, oh shit. And I think that's what's going to win him this fight by decision. And yeah, I hope he wins. Like, I used to not like Aljo, obviously, because how he won the belt. I think a lot of people felt the same. And then I started to like him again after he lost the title and he went up to featherweight, and I was like, okay, this guy's not too bad. But then recently on social media, the way this guy is just fucking talking, I think a lot of people feel the same, which is pissing me off. So I hope he loses. I hope Zalal gets the dub. It'd be way better just to have Zalal at the top of the division as well. Like, Aljo at the top of the division, I don't care anymore. I don't think he beats any of the top guys. Whereas Zalal, even though I would pick a lot of the top guys against him, at least it's better to have the younger guy who's on the win streak, who's more exciting up there, you know what I mean? So I just hope Zalal wins. I hope Aljo loses. And that's what my pick's going to be as well. I'm picking Zalal by decision. I just smacked my elbow on the table trying to get my mouse. Anyway, next fight. This might be the main event I'm most excited for in the UFC right now, to be honest, even with the fights that we've got beyond these next 5 main events. But we've got Della Madalena versus Carlos Prates, which would be at like 3 p.m. for me, which is weird. Normally it's at 4 a.m. But I've switched my prediction for this fight about 4 times already, and it's still in 2 weeks. So I'm probably going to end up switching it again. But right now I'm going Prates by knockout. I just feel like against Prates, I know it sounds like a Joe Rogan thing to say. You got to be perfect, folks, but you genuinely do have to be pretty much perfect against Prates, or he's going to, at the very least, hurt you badly, like he did with Ian Gary. Like, that Ian Gary performance is the worst Prates has looked in terms of how he's fighting. I know, like, losing around to Trevin Giles is worse than losing around to Ian Gary. But, like, he didn't throw anything like he usually does in that Ian Gary fight. You know, it was his first 5 round in the UFC, and he took it on short notice against Ian Gary. And you could tell he was it sort of felt like he was worried that his cardio wasn't going to be there. And by the time we got to the 5th round, and he realized, oh shit, I'm down 3-1 or 4-0, either way. And now I've got to go. Then he went for it in the 5th round, and we saw what happened. So I think in this fight, when he's more confident in his cardio, when he's had a full training camp to prepare for 5 rounds, he's coming off that big win against Leon. JDM's coming off a loss. I know it's Islam, so it's not like it's a fucking bad loss or anything. I don't know, it's not like Prates is going to hold down JDM for 5 rounds. But like, JDM coming off a loss, Prates coming off a couple big knockouts. He's got all the confidence. He hits harder, in my opinion. JDM's the cleaner, more technical guy. I have no doubt about that. But I don't think that's going to be enough to win this fight. You know, we've seen everyone Prates fights looks like the cleaner, more technical guy until he hits them. Leon was winning the whole fight. 1 shot, died. Headshot, dead. Jeff Neal was having success in the early moments. As soon as Prates landed a couple of shots and started feeling himself and started, you know, opening up a bit more, 1 shot, fucking out cold. Even fucking Neil Magny a couple of years ago, he wasn't winning the round, he was just kind of holding him against the fence. But then Prates lands 1 shot, kills him. And I think that's how this fight's going to go. Prates is the hardest hitting guy in the UFC in my opinion. I don't even think, but there's maybe like a Josh Emmett that hits pound for pound harder. But Emmett is shit, so he never actually hits anyone. At least Prates actually knocks people out because he's not a terrible fighter. And I think he's going to catch JDM. I think he's going to put him out. I think JDM's going to be comfortably winning. Maybe he shoots a couple takedowns here and there. I don't know. But I feel like on the feet he's going to be having success. He's going to be landing combos on Prates. People are going to be like, oh, look at JDM. He's back, you know. He's the best striker in the division. And bang, like a straight left, like an uppercut out of nowhere. Puts him away. So that's what I'm going to go with right now. But it's probably going to change at least 2 more times before the fight actually happens. So right now I'll go Prates KO, I guess. But it could change by later on today if I watch a couple of fights back. But anyway, we move on to the next fight. Hamzat Chimaev versus Sean Strickland. And I'm going to go with Sean. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going with Hamzat. Although, I can't speak. I got a very weird feeling about this fight that I've already had a couple of times, and both of those times it was Leon Kamaru 2, and it was Strickland versus Izzy. And we saw what happened those times. But I'm going to go with Hamzat here by, I'll say round 2 finish. I don't think he gets him in the first. But I do think Sean could drag it into later rounds. And I mean, I know we say this a lot with Hamzat fights, but Sean is more likely to do it than anyone else in my opinion. I know I did pick Drickus to beat Hamzat, but it's like, well, I'm picking Sean, and now I'm saying that Sean's more likely to. You know, it's weird, but I think Sean could take this into the later rounds. My only issue is, like, Sean's gonna try and get back to his feet once he gets taken down. Like, he's gonna get taken down. We know this. His takedown defense is good. He's gonna get taken down. It doesn't matter how good you are at stopping takedowns. Hamzat's gonna get you down probably in the first 30 seconds of a fight. But the thing is, a lot of the guys that Hamzat fights, they don't try to get back up. DDP didn't try to get back up, at least not properly in those first couple of rounds. And that's how Hamzat just stayed on top of him, put him in a crucifix, was landing the shots. DDP didn't try to get back up, you know what I mean? Sean's going to try to get back up, and even though that could work out for him, because it's going to get Hamzat more tired, he's going to have to shoot more takedowns, blah, blah, blah. It also leaves himself open to get finished. Like, Rob tried to wrestle back up, he left himself open, got submitted. Strickland's going to try to wrestle back up. And that a lot of times leads you open to like a Das or an Anaconda. If you're fighting Hamzat, he's going to snatch it up. You know, as soon as, like, we've seen it before. Kevin Holland left himself open for a second, bang. Hamzat was on him. He had the choke. And I feel like that's what's going to happen here. I feel like Strickland's going to get immediately taken down. He'll get back up, he'll land a couple of shots. The crowd's going to go fucking nuts. He's going to get taken down again. And he's going to get back up. And it's just going to keep happening. And eventually, one of the times where he gets back up, he's going to leave his neck out for like a second. Hamzat's going to jump on it. He's going to submit him. That's how I feel like this fight's going to go. Although, like I said, I do have a weird fucking feeling. And the last 2 times it's happened, I got, well, the feeling was right. So maybe I should just pick Sean here. I'm going to bet on Sean because he's like plus 500. And the line shouldn't be that wide. But yeah, I'm going to go with Sean here. No, I'm not. I'm going to go with Hamzat here by submission in round 2. I don't think anyone beats Hamzat at middleweight. The person with the best chance is probably Sean. Or DDP in a rematch, which is crazy to say considering he got 50-43. But I don't think anyone else has any chance whatsoever. So yeah, I'm going to go with Hamzat by round 2, Das or Anaconda. It's basically the same thing. Anyway, next fight. Arnold Allen. My goat, Arnold Allen. We are back. I'm going to go with Allen here against Costa. I don't think Costa's that good. And I've picked him in all his recent fights when everyone was fading him. Everyone was like, yeah, pick Charrier. Charrier's a new guy. And it's like, no, Costa's going to destroy him. And he had kicked him in round 1. Did I see that coming? No. Did I also have a lot of money on Costa? And I picked him very confidently? Yes. But in this fight, I think Allen's going to be too much. Allen is potentially a top 5 fighter in this division when you look at it. I know he's not rankings-wise, and I know he's lost 3 of his last 4, but it's like, he lost to Max Holloway. Losing 3-2 to Max Holloway is more impressive than all of Melky's wins put together. You know, especially that version of Max. That was not peak Max, but better than this current version of Max, is for sure. Lost a close fight to Movzar, which he arguably should have won. Again, more impressive editing Melky's done. Lost a close fight to Gene Silver that some people think he won. I don't think he won it, but like a couple more shots here and there in one of the rounds, that's easily Arnold Allen's fight. Again, more impressive than anything Melky's done. I think Arnold Allen is going to be able to find a finish here. I think he'll break Melky. I think he'll be too much. He's going to eat the shots that Melky lands. He's going to go to the body. He's going to force him to scrap. And I feel like he's going to finish him. I could see an early or late one here. I could see him breaking down Melky and finding the finish later on in the fight. Or I could see him just blitzing him and knocking him out early. So I'm just going to go with Arnold Allen here by finish. And yeah, like Melky got not ran through, but he got smoked by Steve Garcia, man. I know we won the early round, or round 1, but in round 2 we got destroyed and finished. Like, I can't pick him. I don't think Steve Garcia is good. I think Lopez is going to slide him. Oh yeah, I'm going to go with Arnold Allen here by TKO. I don't know what round, but I'm going to go with Allen. And I think he might make it look easy. Same as his next fight, he might make it look easy. Song Yadong versus Davison Figueiredo. Song's 22-9. What the? Isn't he like 30 or something? Yeah, I'm going to go with Song Yadong here by knockout. I thought Figueiredo was going to retire 3 fights ago. And now he's coming back to fight Song. I don't know how the fuck this guy keeps getting fights up the rankings. Like, he came up to bantamweight, beat Font. Obviously, he's going to get a shot up the rankings. Beat Cheeto. Obviously, he's going to get a shot up the rankings. Fights Yan, loses. That's cool. Fights Corey, who's higher ranked than him. So, okay, I can understand it. Loses. Fights Montel Jackson, who's way lower than him. Beats him. Then suddenly gets a #1 contender in Umar. Loses. And now he gets to fight up the rankings again. I don't know how the fuck this guy keeps finessing these shots up the rankings, but I'm going to have to go with... City scored. There you go. That's my parlay's looking good. I'm going to have to go with Soggy Dog to beat him here by knockout. He's the bigger guy. He's 3 inches taller. I think he's got a reach advantage, Jesus. He's going to be the bigger guy in there. He's going to be the stronger guy. He's going to hit harder. I don't think he does that. Well, I think he does have crazy power, to be fair. But I still think Song probably hits harder. He's probably got a better chin. Figgy got hurt a couple of times recently. It didn't look good. He kind of fights like... He just kind of fights in moments, if you know what I mean. Like, against Umar, he wasn't doing anything. And then he'd have like a 30-second burst where he's like, throwing a bunch of shit. And then he will go back to doing nothing again. And I don't think that's going to work against Song, because Song's going to be chewing up his legs, going to be throwing the jab out there, going to be landing shots the whole fight. And then once Figgy does kind of blitz in and explode and throw like 3-4 shots at a time, I think Song's going to beat him in those situations, land the bigger shots and hurt him and put him away anyway. I don't see how Figgy wins this fight. I'm going to be honest. Even in the grappling, I think Song's good enough to stop the takedown and survive on the ground if it gets there. So, and especially with how Figgy's been fighting recently, like he looked good in one fight against Montel Jackson. When Montel Jackson gets ragdolled by Ronnie Barcelos this weekend, that fight's going to look even worse. So yeah, give me a Song Yadong here by knockout. He might be the biggest bet of the year for me, to be honest. I need to see what the odds are, because he might be a massive favourite. He probably will be, but yeah. I'm going to go with Song by knockout. So we'll just quickly go through them all again. We've got Zalal decision. Prates knockout for now. It might change. Probably will change again. Strickland, nope. Hamzat sub. Arnold Allen by TKO. And then Song Yadong by knockout. Those are my predictions for the next 5 main events. Let me go through my current main event prediction. It's not been good this year, to be honest. Like, my main event record has not been great. So, 1-0, got last night right. 1-1, 1-2, Jesus Christ. 2-2, I got that right. 2-3, I picked Murphy. Decision, questionable. 3-3, 3-4, Jesus Christ. 4-4, I picked Cavana. 5-4, 6-4, 7-4. Like, I'm 7-5 on main events this year. I got Paddy wrong. I got Murray. Nope. Wait, what? I got Paddy wrong. I got all these right. I got Max wrong. Murphy wrong. Duncan wrong. And Yeri wrong. I don't think those are too bad ones. Too bad. Oh, it's 1-1 already. What the fuck is going on? I don't think those are terrible fights to get wrong, you know. Yuri should have won. It was a torn ACL opponent and he still lost. Duncan, I thought Moicano was checked out, you know. This was a questionable decision and Max just got ragdolled and Paddy just got smoked. So a couple bad ones, but anyway. Those are my next 5 main event predictions. I'm going 5-4-5. Trust the process. I might start doing this like every 5 cards, if you know what I mean. So after this one ends, I might do predictions for the next 5 cards and do Bilal, Islam, Topuria, Gaethje. Obviously, we got Cap versus Horiguchi the week after this. And then we got the UFC Baku card the week after that. So there's my fucking dog's barking. So I might just start doing this every 5 cards. We'll see. Let me know in the comments who you've got in these fights. And yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure you go follow my Twitter as well. Until next time.